Alright guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I want to ask you guys a question. Does the way you look affect your success? Does the way you look affect the way you feel? And in my opinion, yes. The way you look affects your success, the way you feel, everything about you, right? There's a lot of people that say, if you look good, you feel good, you play good, right? And I kind of agree with that. Now, not to the point where I'm telling you you should go and look just like everybody else in your field. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to find a version of you that feels good, feels comfortable, and if you feel comfortable and you feel like, man, I look good today, you're gonna perform well. You're gonna have that little extra confidence. It's just a natural thing that we as human beings have, right? So when I was a young instructor, I went through a lot of phases. Okay, as growing up, I went through a baseball phase where I'd wear all kinds of baseball hats. I went through a hip hop phase where I wore a lot of necklaces and baggy clothes and things like that. And then I went through a punk rocker phase, and then I went through just a lot of different phases where I put eyeliner on, even a goth phase you would call it, right? I had a lot of different phases in my life, and when I decided, you know what, I want to become a professional instructor. I want to become a professional martial artist where people can look at me and they go, you know what, I want to learn under this guy. Now, did I have the same knowledge? I got a little bit better from there, but I still had knowledge as a martial artist. I still was a pretty good martial artist, a pretty good fighter. I just didn't look like it, right? And in my young version of myself, I felt good, but I wasn't comfortable teaching like that. So when I had piercings, okay, those of you guys who know me as a young person, right, I had 12 piercings all in my face, right? And so as a young person, I knew that wasn't who I was as an instructor, so I take it off. And then when I leave that building, I put it back on. And the problem was this left me two-faced, right? So it left me living two different lives, okay? And that's not what I want to do. I don't think you can find success living two different lives, right? I like the way this looks, but I didn't like the way it feels on me, right? And I'm not saying that's wrong over there. If you like the way that you feel, like if you like the way you look, and you like the way it feels, hey, by all means do it. And if you feel like you can be successful and dress like that, by all means do it, right? There's plenty of people that don't dress the code, right? So before Steve Jobs came into the business of computers and phone making, right? So that was all a suit and tie gig. Everybody in his field wore suit and ties, and what did he come out? Blue jeans and a black t-shirt. He changed the world in that perspective, right? And that's what made him feel confident, that's what made him feel comfortable, and that's what made him feel productive. And that's what I'm trying to say to everybody here is, you gotta feel confident, you gotta feel productive, you gotta feel good about yourself, right? If that means you wanna be in a high fashion and you wanna get dressed up all the time and make yourself look good, right? Then again, by all means do it. Get dressed up, right? Feel good, look good, right? But if all you need is a hoodie and some sweatpants, again, do it. Now, that being said, there is workforce attire, right? Becoming a lawyer, for example, you can't wear a hoodie and sweatpants and become very successful, I don't think, right? Maybe you can break the mold, but it's gonna be a very tough way. You're gonna have a hard path, okay? For me as a martial artist, I'm already at a disadvantage. And this is the simple truth. By the way I look, by something that I cannot change, right? It's my skin color. People naturally want to learn martial arts from who they think is an authentic person, right? They want to learn it from an Asian person, okay? Because of all these Karate Kid movies that we have out and all these things, it doesn't matter how long I've been putting into it, right? I'm already at a disadvantage. I'm a white guy in the Asian market, right? And it's that simple. So what do I have to do? I have to prove above and beyond a shadow of a doubt that I am qualified, that I am a good teacher, and that I can take their kid to the next level. So I have to dress the part, right? I have to look the part. So when I go to class, I dress all the way up. I wear my belt, I wear my uniform. Other people, if they're Asian, yeah, can they wear a t-shirt? Absolutely. Okay, because they have the face, okay? And it's not a racist thing, okay? At least I don't think it is, because again, it's a natural instinct. Anybody's gonna do that. You go into a martial art place and you're gonna look for somebody that looks authentic, and somebody that looks the part. Now, whether or not your view of that person is wrong, that's a whole different story. But we have to acknowledge. Now, if I just go, oh, people are judging me, right? People judge me based on my skin color and based on who I am. You know what? I can do that all I want, right? But what is that going to change really? Is that going to change the people's view? Because it's not just one or two people that come in and do it. It happens all the time, every single day, as a martial art instructor, right? As a traditional martial art instructor at that, right? It happens all the time. If I just let that happen and just I blame it on them and I go, oh, it's their fault. It's not my fault. It's never my fault, right? Now, it's my fault only if I don't do anything about it. If I just let the same thing happen over and over again. So what do? I change my image, I dress the part, and I make sure that I feel comfortable with what I look like. I prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that I am well qualified for the job. And again, it's a constant proving myself. It doesn't matter how far up I get, I'm always going to try to qualify for the job. And that's just my personality. Okay, so if that means I need to dress up, I need to look good, right? Then I'm gonna look good. I'm gonna get the best uniform. I'm gonna get what I need to do in order to make that happen, right? So just a note to myself, words of wisdom, life thread. It's caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the crossfire.